you were saying, are women attracted to bad boys? Of course they are. Of course they
Mm,
are. And I feel like it's part of sort of like biology. I
mm.
feel like women are hardwired to be attracted to the most alpha male, if you want to look at it in the sense of what is a bad boy? He's someone that's confident, he's charismatic, more times he is good looking.
Mm.
Okay, all right then. Is that you, yeah? And I feel like it's nature's way of just ensuring that a woman procreates. Like she's gonna go for someone that does it for her, that gets those juices flowing. But obviously, within a society where, money matters and stuff, sometimes a bad boy isn't always the best option to go for, because he's out here chasing skirt and getting a lot of it. He becomes distracted, like you've said many times. Like women can be a distraction for men. We are very powerful. We can be very seductive. And I feel like when
This
a
is
woman,
and this is
hmm
like what I said before about a lot of Chads and Tyrones, yeah, and like bad boys. If you notice, a lot of them guys, like in high school, what you notice is a lot of those guys now they're very mediocre.
yeah, because they peak too early. It happens to
Yeah,
a lot of girls in school. You've got the pretty girls, the popular ones, and then you go on Facebook or whatever years later and you see that they've gone downhill. It's natural. They peak too early.
yeah, and that's the thing. And because they've always had females, that motivation to push themselves is not really there because they've got girls anyway.
Mm.
Because the motivation to get girls is what pushes a lot of guys to actually go out and do something.
Definitely. Like I said, women do love bad boys, but I feel like it's a switch that you have to forcibly turn off when you reach a certain age, because if you're not careful, it can sort of like keep you stuck in a place where you're looking at a guy, you're looking at how much muscles he's got, how tall he is, and you can get wrapped up in all of that. But I think that
You
I
end up
think
being a
that,
statistic.
but like I said, black men do have a part to play in that, because I don't know, like certain black men say, oh, it's from back in the day when we was married, we had multiple wives and that, but I just think it's an excuse. I just think it's an excuse for them to cheat. I
But you
feel
know
like,
what? You know what I will say though. You know the whole like idea of monogamy is actually a very recent idea in human history. And think about it in countries like Africa,
yeah,
bruv, there's lots of polyamorous stuff going on, and the wives know.
there is, but like back home and that, let's say now, and let's say past, let's say 50 years, because I can say that because of, like, let's say our grandmother's generations and stuff. Yeah, I'm not saying cheating was exclusive to men that had money, but even till now it kind of is. A woman will turn a blind eye at her man cheating if he's taking care of home, if she's
Yeah,
looked after, she's got
yeah.
everything she wants. I just feel like nowadays, especially within Western culture, London, men will cheat just because they can. And there's nothing worse than a broke man that's going to cheat. All right. There's nothing worse than when your man is not even, looking after you in the way that you desire to be looked after. And he's out there talking to Megan, Sarah.
I honestly think a lot of women, yeah, even in our modern society, they will they won't mind having children for a man who's already got children with multiple wives if he can afford it.
Yeah. And I
Because,
wouldn't even
and
mind.
exhibit A, future.
No, but Futures is classless. He's absolutely
Yeah,
classless.
but fundamentally, it's the same thing. Fundamentally, we can go on about his character and what he represents and blah blah blah. But fundamentally, he's a rich black guy, and he can have babies with a lot of women because most of them women are even close to his wealth. So those women will look at him like, oh well, I don't mind because I'll get looked after, even if they just get looked after and they live basic.
Mm.
They don't mind that, bruv.
I feel like black men, out of all the other ethnicities of men, just have no discretion when it comes to type. A black man, I feel like, is more likely just to cheat with any and everyone, whether she's Eastern European, whether she's Chinese, whether she's da 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 da.
No, I can't agree with that. If a girl is a bad B, that's it, bruv. Listen, let me let you into something. Yeah, men and women are different, bruv. women usually know they like a type. That's their ideal type. I want a guy that's tall. I want a guy that's black. I want a guy that's white. I want a guy that did, like, you have your type in it, and you usually don't deviate very far from that type.
Black women don't.
No, women in general, bruv. Yeah. Whereas men usually want to try every flavor in the shop. What I'm trying to say to you, like, a lot of men don't have just one type.
Oh my God. Okay.
No,
all right.
no. I'm being real, because think about it. Think about it. What, it's like what you said. Why is it that some guys, they'll be with their woman, and then their woman could be a bad B, and then the next thing he cheats on her, and the girl is not like even close to her looks level, but there's something about her that attracted him, bruv.
So then we can never win. Then it's just hopeless. It's just hopeless to
can
try.
Win. It's just a risk you're gonna have to take, fam.
A risk. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much.
You know what it is, yeah? You got to get with a guy who really wants to be with you, not a guy that wants to run around and sample all the sweets in the shop, bruv. And I truly believe, even though we debated this earlier, I truly believe that, you know, when you come across the guys that really want you, bruv.
Yeah, we do.
You do know. Yeah, thank you. You thank you for being honest. You lot know, bruv. But usually that guy that really wants to be with you, you're usually not really, you usually don't care. And the thing is, it's a thing where a lot of guys on YouTube have said it. Usually girls like guys that don't care. If you as a guy, if you show too much interest in a girl, she usually starts backing off.
Because it's not just guys that like a chase. I wouldn't really say women, we like a chase, but we don't like, because women are intellectual. Like we get turned on through conversation. So if a guy is not making something stimulating and hard,
you're social. It's social.
Why would you not associate intellect with a woman? Like, why is that difficult?
No. I'm not saying women are not intellectual. I'm saying the context of what you're saying is not intellect, it's social.
Okay, we're conversationalists. A woman can talk for
hours,
and you know, like in conversation, it's like tennis, back and forth, right? So if you've got a guy that's literally just hanging on your every word, I feel like for most women it's too easy. And I'm being absolutely honest. Sometimes women, we do want a guy that's going to challenge us. Unfortunately, I feel like it's something that's written within our DNA, you know, and it's causing all these problems that are going on in society today. But I definitely don't think that you can blame single parenthood just on women. I definitely feel like you even
did that, fam. Listen, bruh, it's on the man and the woman, but the woman has more power in the transaction. That's what
because she opens her legs.
Because she holds the key to sex, and she has more power over if the pregnancy goes all the way.
But then men just stop. They should stop being so persuasive and just like narcissists.
But that's before even sex has even transpired, bruv. What about during and after?
I guess why there's abortion, right? So it's like,
I mean, there's contraception, fam.
Yeah.
Listen, as I've said already, if a girl wants to throw her box around, I ain't got no problem with that. She can be a scumbag too, but just don't be a statistic and don't mess up your unborn child's life.
Yeah, I hear that.